Hey, what's up, Leo? Welcome back to another timeless general tarot reading. This is still Tarot here, and without any further ado, allow me to start gathering the cards for you. Going to be starting off with my anime tarot deck to find some kind of core energy for your reading. So, if you would give me a sec to find something for you, I'd greatly appreciate it. It's been a little while since I've actually done a video. I've been kind of back and forth. And apparently there's some divinatory, planetary, and astrological things going on at the moment. That's what my father told me. So I figured now might not be a bad time to do some reads for you. Alright, so my anime deck is not bringing anything out too quickly here. Page of Wands in the reverse, poking out a little bit. Kind of a toxic energy. Definitely an abusive energy. You know, that productivity could be going to more constructive things, but in that energy it's definitely not very constructive. Sun in reverse, that's Leo. So I've got Sun in reverse. And that is, let me see if this will focus properly. The Sun is Leo. Leo energy. And in the reverse, the signification is that you are not relying on brighter mentalism, faulty judgment. There's some kind of faulty judgment at play. Whether that's you or somebody else, I'm not so sure. The idea here, though, is definitely look for brighter mentalism, more reasonable, more powerful mentalism. Not just doing whatever you feel like, not just doing the first things that come to mind. Definitely try to start reaching for a much stronger quality of applying yourself, because being stuck in the Sun reverse energy is just going to perpetuate misery, because you aren't taking up the brighter sides of life and mentalism. That's not where you want to be as a Leo, because your energy ideally is in the upright with the Sun. That's when you are going to be channeling your inner fire the best. So disappointing. Very disappointing. I'm going to switch decks to my traditional tarot deck, and we will see if anything else wants to come out for you here. Eight of Cups reversed. Temperance. If you are having these faulty judgments, having the Eight of Cups reversed and the Sun reversed, that implies that you are actually allowing other people to block your well-being. Their expectations of you conforming are, apparently they're kind of habituating within you. And that's going to break your mentalism. Okay, so here we have the Empress in reverse. So maybe you're a feminine, maybe you identify with your feminine energy. In this event, Sun reverse, the Empress reverse, not only are you living this inadequate experience, but it's like it's starting to drain you. You're finally at the point where it's exhausting. And if you can't shift this energy around, you're not going to be able to recover properly. And that's another reason why you would want to move on, as the Eight of Cups would ask you to, but seeing that in the reverse, it's like, this is like a lot of stagnant energy, a lot of energy perhaps of not being able to grow properly, a lot of energy of very likely being complacent to others. The Eight of Cups reversed can also mean that you yourself aren't striving for something greater, but very often it means that You're letting other people's expectations dictate your well-being. And as long as they are dictating your well-being, that means that the mentalism you're embracing is inadequate, which is exactly what this means. And as long as you're embracing inadequate mentalisms, you are going to feel like this. You are going to be drained because you're not living up to your energy properly. So that's kind of disappointing. It is kind of disappointing. First read back, we're getting all of this negative Leo energy. It's very disappointing. And we're also seeing the Eight of Cups reversed, so there's a shot that you need to, like, there's a good shot that you are really complacent in some kind of conformity, or you are really complacent meeting societal expectations. This is all suggesting, though, that you don't actually feel as good on the inside as you may be expressing to people on the outside. And life's never going to feel proper if you continue to do that to yourself. So let me see here if I can find anything. Okay, so right then, Three of Pentacles came out. And actually flipped out, so that's pretty nifty. Earth sign, pretty disconnected from fire. Three of Pentacles, it does imply others, so I was implying that there's other people. Being in the upright, though, that would imply that you are succeeding in some kind of successful group activity. So it's not a bad sign that you could move beyond the stagnance if it's because of others. If other people are who's holding you back, or if other people are who are sort of driving this into you. This is a good sign it's a good sign of growth. It's a good sign of... what just came to mind, though, is that it's a good sign that you might actually be successful with these other people. So whomever these other people are who are holding you back, whomever these people are who are trying to keep you complacent with them, they're trying to convince you that you're in a place that is proper. They're trying to convince you that you're in a place that's actually good, that's good enough, that's going well. And in fact, if you're getting this energy, then as a group, as a team, the team might be achieving those results. And in that event, they're not going to be too happy about you trying to move on to better things if the team is actually succeeding. The problem is that your personal energy is drained big time, and you're not living up to yourself properly. And so, unfortunately, it's like you've got a good thing and a bad thing going on. It seems like, from what I'm seeing, other people want you for this success that is happening, this productive success. These cards are suggesting that for you, though, for your personal experience, you need to look for something different. And that might not make sense to them. And seeing as how we have that Eight of Cups in reverse for you, they're going to be trying to hold you back from you seeing something better for yourself. So even though they might get under your skin and be like, what are you talking about? Everything is going good, isn't it? Isn't it? You know, people, they might even argue like, well, you know what, you've got to go through this. You've got to put the elbow grease in. It's going to be exhausting to find success. It's going to be hard work. It's going to be, you have to sacrifice parts of yourself to achieve, you know, this Three of Pentacles success. But with Eight of Cups in reverse, the universe kind of begs to differ. The universe is not like this. It doesn't like you being like this, and it doesn't like you sacrificing yourself to be like this. And it's always going to enlighten you to that fact by draining your energy and not supporting you in this endeavor. Even though you're finding some kind of success in this fashion, there's a good shot that you are not actually internally satisfied with this. So very, very, very interesting. I'm going to move on to my third deck here, which is also traditional tarot. And let's see if I can find anything else for you. So it's kind of becoming clear here. Also, as this is Earth energy, which is definitely disconnected from your fire pretty hard. Fire, water, air to earth, so they're very disconnected. They're as far disconnected as they can get. Your energy, though, can make a difference in this scenario because your fiery nature can burn away some of the sort of hardness of Earth, of the Earth sign, which allows Earth to grow, so you kind of cull around the edges, which might make you actually a unique factor in this success, which is another reason why they want you to be there. But whomever doesn't care about your well-being in your energy really doesn't deserve you serving in this fashion, as far as I'm concerned. And I would definitely ask you to look for something better, even though it's going good in its own way. Even though it's going good on the surface, and as the group it's going good, and it's got to go good for you on a personal level, or it's gonna you're just gonna crimp your energy in the long run. All right, so let me see if I can find anything else here. If I could, please. Anything else for Leo? More camaraderie, celebration once again. 3 of Cups, matching 3 of Pentacles. Once again, it's like some kind of group thing is working. There's like material success from it, and then there's also emotional success. So like in a group capacity, things are going really well, but it's like there's this other undertone of things not working out properly. And it seems to be that it's your energy. Your energy is not satisfied. You're internally not satisfied with this. Those didn't come out properly though, so I'm just kind of speculating on those. Let's see what this is here. This came out. Ooh. Interesting. Lovers. The Lovers card. So, whoops, sorry, my camera light is kind of screwing with the holographicness. So, Gemini energy. It's in the upright, so it doesn't yield me as toxic. Perhaps you have a relationship with somebody in this situation, and perhaps that's what's keeping you involved. On another level, the Lovers has something to do with combining your mental and emotional capacities properly. So very topically, people like to look at that as like it has to do with love, and it can in some instances, but in another instance it has a more like it has a deeper meaning than that, about your own ability to apply your mentality and your emotionality as a team, that they're supposed to work together. So it's a good sign that you are going to, and seeing the Sun in reverse, if you have the Sun in reverse, then your mentalism is in a faulty state, which means that your Lover's energy would actually be reversed. So it's a good sign that you're getting it in the upright. Not a terrible sign that you are going to kind of grow out of this to some degree. Let's see if there's anything else. We're looking at 13-minute read. Not too bad. Not a whole lot of cards are flying out for you, though, to be honest. Okay, so here's another one. Let's see what this is. King of Pentacles. So, once again, very disconnected from your energy. This is Earth. Once again, Earth energy. It's also masculine. The masculine energy. Doesn't match up with the Empress. This person is also typically can be in a boss position. So whomever this Three of Pentacles, whoever's relying on this Three of Pentacles, for their financial well-being, for their material stability. Maybe you have a lot of respect for this person, because the Lovers King of Pentacles, like, is that why you are doing this? Because you've caught feels for somebody, and you're sacrificing your own well-being for their well-being? Is that kind of what's going on here? Because, like, a lot of the external energy is not in a bad position, but this read is, like, really pointing me in the direction that you're draining yourself for it. That you're the one taking a hit. And if I had seen the King of Pentacles in reverse, I could easily call them out as being toxic or something and being manipulative, but they're in the upright, so it's like, that almost leads me to believe that you're being disingenuous on some level, because they might actually be willing to grant you a reprieve. They might actually be willing to grant you more of a chance to like regenerate your energy, but you might not be expressing that to them properly. Because it doesn't look like they're very toxic. It even looks like there's some genuine feeling here for what's going on, but it is not proper if it's draining you. Like this, it's not proper. Okay, let's see if I can get anything else. Three of Wands. Some outlook. Cultivating some outlook. Maybe that's kind of where you're at right now. Okay, this kind of is flinging out. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. That's really weird. So, like, this is what will happen. This might be what will happen if you leave the situation. You actually might be more integral than you think. And it might not even be because it's not even looking as if there's really anybody toxic in the mix. It almost looks as if like things are rolling well. Things are manifesting some material stability. But this underlying tone of like you feeling like there's something better, but other people convincing you otherwise. This underlying tone of you being like spread too thin, stretched too thin, to where you aren't able to recover yourself properly. And then with the sun reversed, where it's like you're even normalizing weak mentalism, weak judgment, weak application of yourself, improper, maybe inadequate or unoptimal application of yourself. Kind of leads me to believe that like sometimes the universe just requires us to change. The universe has an expectation of us to grow and be different. So like this might not even be, you might even be thinking in your logical mind like, I don't understand why I feel so drained in my heart and soul, because everything on paper seems to be going good. Like I appreciate the people I work with. We appreciate the work we achieve. We achieve something of quality and worth. We know how to celebrate our success. You're not even this isn't even necessarily pointing to like a toxic leader who's like manipulating or using anybody. And there's even genuine feelings of appreciation for everybody else. Even with all that on the table, though, if your soul is like just slamming you down, sometimes it's time for something different for your personal growth and for your personal sake. And your higher source is asking you to change anyway. It doesn't matter how good everything is. So it might not make sense. You might add it all up in your brain and it's all going great, yet you're not satisfied within yourself. Sometimes that's just the nature of things. It's the universe prefers new things over continuing to do the same thing, even if that same thing is good. It wants to see you achieve difference in your being, in your experience. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here, is that you might like, it might not make sense to you why you can't just accept the good thing that's going on for you. And it might be, you know, holding you down a little bit within yourself, even though externally you can express it and apply yourself. And if that doesn't make sense, then I hope it makes sense what I'm saying, that there is something even better. Either that, or it's just sometimes the universe demands that difference, regardless of how good everything else is going for you. And then at the end of this, even 10 Pentacles reversed, you might be really integral to this success. Like, you might be the last person that this whole situation can afford to lose. And if they do lose you, like, there could be consequences. So maybe on a certain level they might not be toxic like consciously, but subconsciously they try to hold you back in that with that Eight of Cups energy reversed. And because they know that they will lose by losing you. They understand what you bring to the table. So, for your well-being, I hate to break it to you, but you have to, if you sense that there's something better for you, you need to go after that, irregardless of what other people will say. Even if what they're saying is that we don't get it, you've got a good thing here. There's like nothing bad here. Why are you considering leaving like this? We don't understand. And the reason they don't understand is because they aren't going through this. They're not feeling this on the inside. So they're not going to understand. And they're just going to think that you should feel like them, and they're going to be insensitive to your concerns. And you just can't let that get you down anymore. You've really got to try and figure out what your soul is asking for here, because I don't know specifically what it is, but and then on the backside of that, of course, this could be you too to a certain extent. Maybe the other reality of following your soul like this is that you're going to have to take a material hit to some degree. So a double-edged sword here, for sure. But all right, Leo. Very interesting. A lot of earth energy here. A lot of pentacle energy. You do have the sun. It's in the reverse. That's just pointing. You have the lovers. A good sign. King of Pentacles, like, very disconnected from the fire sign. We saw the Eight of Pentacles, or not the Eight of Pentacles, we saw the Eight of Cups in reverse, which makes a lot of sense in this. The bottom line is you've got to recharge your own batteries. And you have to take your own well-being into your own hands to a certain extent, and you've got to really focus on constructive decisions, on constructive mentalism, not lazy mentalism that's not going to serve you properly. And you also need to consider moving towards your well-being, moving towards something better, even when everybody else thinks what you've got is good enough. Even if it's true what you've got is good enough. It's not good enough for your spirit, apparently. And you're never going to be able to shake that feeling inside of you, no matter what. So, I don't know exactly what that is for you. It could be a slightly different for everybody watching what that is. And then the consequences are something that you'll have to consider and be realistic about. But if how you feel matters, you're going to have to kind of take a leap of faith here and have some faith in yourself, that you understand that there is something better for you even when other people don't see it or don't want to see it. And you need to act on that and figure out what that is for you and do something about it. So, all right, Leo. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you very much for being here. Take care and good luck.